learned about it in November of 2023 that my son was getting paid from Alaska from some company that Paul and his family, I guess, invested in. The day Garrett was born, he had been getting like $10,000 every 3 to 4 months, and half of that was my son's money. And I wasn't even aware of this until about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Judge, there's only one agreement between the parties, and that is to child support, for current child support. The agreement is for there to be child support to be set to $0 as the child is receiving dividends through the Arctic Slope Regional Corporation.
I'm sorry, no, they're receiving dividends through a corporation? Is that what you said?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm going to need testimony on that. I'm sure that warrants a deviation, but maybe it does.
Okay, Judge. That's fine.
Okay. And does everyone agree that this is your child, Mr. Caldwell and Ms. Proctor? You both agree that the AOP was signed and Garrett is both of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may continue, Ms. Petito.
Okay, Judge. Since of course my testimony on the agreed child support, Judge, I'll call the parties first. I'll call Ms. Proctor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Proctor, you previously identified yourself. You are the mother to the child in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Caldwell is the father of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. The child currently resides with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of conservatorship are you asking for the court?
This case starts with a hidden money bombshell. A mother reveals secret payouts worth thousands, sparking instant tension.
Considering that he has been absent since the child was 6 months old, I would like the safe visitation program for the first 6 months.
Asking for about conservatorship, right? Are you asking for joint managing conservatorship?
Oh, okay. It's sole managing conservatorship.
Okay. And what is the reason for wanting sole managing conservatorship?
Because I've raised him by myself since he was 6 months old, and he is almost 7 years old now. I have not asked for any kind of help since he's been born. I haven't really like tried to. I haven't involved Paul that much because he has a drug problem, and I just don't agree with the drugs he does. He's also threatened to kill me and my child, and I have proof of that as well. I don't feel like it's safe fully yet because there's a lot of growing to do.
When did he threaten to kill you and your child?
It was in 2022, and that's what initially, I have a screenshot of it, but that's what initially made me kind of cut complete contact off, because there was a lot of threats during the relationship and a lot of physical abuse during the relationship as well.
Okay. So do you have concerns with him having your contact information?
He has, his girlfriend has me on Facebook. That's as far as it's gotten. I would rather him not have my contact information, but he can message me through Facebook. And he is not blocked or anything. Never
Okay,
has.
as far as your phone number and address, are you asking the court to grant you a non-disclosure of your information today? I
would like that, yes.
Okay. Now you said since 2022 you cut off communication with him. Since 2022, has he communicated with the child or seen the child?
He video called him about a month and a half ago because my son was having a fit to talk to him, and I'm not going to keep my son from talking to him because he is getting older, and I would like for him to have a relationship with him, but I want I just don't want the drugs and the threats.
Threats, fear, and a mother's fight for safety take the spotlight. She recounts chilling threats and a violent past she's desperate to escape.
I'm still very uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
Especially because he's never been, like, they don't have a relationship.
Since 2022, has he threatened you again?
Yes, he's threatened me multiple times.
Okay, and how?
Do you remember?
Yeah, he told me he was gonna turn the insides
Ma'am,
inside
Judge
out.
objection.
ma'am, sustained. You cannot have a conversation with a third person to affect your
Oh, okay.
testimony. If you don't remember, you can say you don't remember and you can call witnesses, but this is not like getting
Okay.
testimony through
I
other
don't,
people. That's not appropriate for court. You were here on the witness stand. If you were in court, you couldn't have a side conversation with someone who wouldn't even be sitting at your table. So just
okay.
think of it as court, and just, if you don't remember, you don't remember. But please don't get information from other people. It's not appropriate.
Okay. I didn't know. I've never done this before.
That's okay. I'm just, now you both know.
Okay. Yeah, he walked off, but it's just been a lot. I just cut complete communication off at one point and just stopped responding because I have screenshots that I could send over that it just kind of shows it all where he's threatened to turn my insides out and lay me on the side of a road. He's threatened to take Garrett from me and kill me and then tell Garrett all about it. Like I have all this from his Facebook that says Paul Caldwell and just lists
Okay.
of constant mental abuse, threats. I just stopped
Oh,
responding.
okay, Ms. Proctor. And you also mentioned that he uses drugs. Do you have personal knowledge of that?
Yes, actually, I let him come to Garrett's birthday party about 3 years ago, and he left his phone there, and I took a picture, which I don't know if it's illegal or not, but I took a picture of the notifications on his thing because I wanted proof that he sells drugs, and it literally says
Drug
that
claims, violence, and trust issues explode in court. The mother lays out why safety must come before any visitation rights.
that someone was trying to sell him an ounce of cocaine for $700 on his text messages that would pop up on the screen. I couldn't click on it or open it. I just took a picture of that, and I have the picture of that as well. But
Okay. Is that
there
when is the last time that he saw your son in person?
on his birthday about 3 years ago, and it was for about 30, 45 minutes until he was asked to leave because he body slammed my dog into the ground.
Okay, ma'am, if you could just listen to the questions and not give extra answers, it's very hard to follow when everything gets followed up with more information. And I know you want to share it all and you're happy to, you're excited that you're getting to tell your story and I want to hear it, but I lose a lot of it when people just explode information at me. So listen to the questions Ms.
Okay.
Petita will ask. At the end, you will get a chance to just talk. But right now, Ms. Petita is trained. She knows kind of what I need to hear. And if you just answer what she's asking, it'll get through to me a lot better.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate Ms. Petita.
Okay. Okay, so you said he last saw him about 3 years ago at his birthday. Before that, did he have any kind of regular visitation with him?
No, he has never had any kind of regular vegetation.
Okay. So what kind of visitation are you asking the court to order today?
Preferably, I would like if he was in the safe visitation program for about 6 months, considering they don't know each other really. And then after that 6 months, maybe supervised by a family member or somebody close to both of us that can mediate and be supervised visitations for like, maybe another 3 months and then ease his way into having him every other weekend because he is still young and I don't want him to be confused.
Okay. So are you worried about your son being confused or about his safety?
Really, all of it, the safety, the drugs. I don't want him to be confused being with, someone he doesn't really know that well.
Money battles heat up. Retroactive support collides with dividend drama. Confusion fuels a tense debate over what's fair and who owes what.
I've never really let my son go anywhere like that. I don't want the drugs around him. I just the way he used to act towards me and still is concerning because some people take that out on the children. I just don't think he's mentally stable enough to have a child overnight or by himself.
Okay, so you're asking the court to grant you a step-up visitation plan, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. It's where they go to the little centers and I can drop him off and he can see him there.
Now, when did you and Mr. Proctor or Mr. Caldwell separate?
When Garrett was 6 months old.
About what month and year was that?
It was maybe December of 2018.
I'm sorry, what was
Um,
in December of 2018?
That's when we split.
now, since then, have you all lived together again?
No.
Now,
Did he do all
um,
the drugs and stuff when you were all together, or has that all been after separation?
It was going on while we were together, and that's what caused the separation because I don't do stuff like that, and I don't agree with it. And he chose the drugs over his family, so.
did he have supervised visitation with the baby after y'all separated? Did you do any kind of visitation?
My mom would let him see him here and there before he was about 2.5 years old. That stopped because that's whenever I got the threat that he was going to murder me and tell Garrett about it. And so I told my mom to stop letting him see Garrett because of that. And my mom had agreed with me. So when he would see Garrett, it was very vaguely, and it was with my mom. I would just My mom would just ask like, "Hey, is this okay?" And I'd be like, "Yes, that's fine." Because there was nothing too serious going on at that time, but Gare was barely 2.5 years old. And then he threatened to kill me, so we cut it off.
Okay. Did you hear me say to the court earlier that there was an agreement between you two for zero child support in exchange for your child receiving the dividends?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Okay. Can you
The father strikes back. His version lands like a curveball. He defends his rights, challenges her claims, and pushes for joint custody.
share what that means?
I am still kind of just learning about the dividend thing. I learned about it in November of 2023 that my son was getting paid from Alaska from some company that Paul and his family, I guess, invested in. I'm still trying to understand the whole thing. I don't fully understand it yet, but I found out about it because his ex-girlfriend told me about it, and turned out since the day Garrett was born, he had been getting like $10,000 every 3 to 4 months, and half of that was my son's money. And I wasn't even aware of this until about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And when I found out about it, I contacted the Arctic Slope Regional Corporation, and I informed them that I've had the child since he was born, and that these dividends of my child's are going to the wrong parent. And it took me about a year and a half, which would be about 3 months ago, to finally get Paul to sign over.
Okay, why don't we reset this case to later in the summer and give everyone a chance to consult lawyers and think about this and think about what's going on, with knowledge of what this is now. June 11. Maybe one of the August dates.
Yes, Judge.
Probably not during advanced, because if people hire lawyers, the lawyers could be at advanced family.
Oh, okay, Judge. Judge, just for clarification though, Miss Proctor, you lost connectivity several times today. Would it be easier if we scheduled this in person? I know you dropped off like about 3-4 times today.
I would much rather do this in person, yes.
Judge, if we may, I know it's your court, if you don't mind us coming in person, or we can.
That's fine.
Okay. So the next in-person judge.
I will say, ma'am, for cases where people do have safety concerns, I do have a preference for Zoom. But if you prefer to be live, that's fine. Just be aware, those bailiffs, but it's still,
I mean, I'm okay with Zoom.
Okay.
I was just worried about the connection issues.
No, and I am concerned with connectivity issues too. I'm just letting you all know that, if you are live, that means you're live. So just be aware of that.
Okay. Anything's fine with me. Whatever you want. I just don't. I mean, we've been fine with connection this whole time. So until now, I guess.
Okay. So if we want to do in person, we want to do Zoom again, Judge, we can come back on August 11th or August 18th, or in person August 13th.
And again, I wasn't there or watching people come in and out all day. So if you think it needs to be live, that's fine. I just want to make sure people again fully realize the implications of live versus Zoom.
We can try Zoom again, Judge. Let's
Yes,
do
ma'am.
August 18th.
Perfect.
So we will reset to August 18th. You're both free to consult lawyers. The state does not represent either of you. Please be prepared to proceed next time, and we'll go from there. And Ms. Petita, I do recommend you all research this issue. I'm not sure dividends. I know dividends are not the same as SSDI payments. I'm not sure they should be treated the same way.
Yes,
what they
Judge.
should be. And hearing the testimony, I'm more sure than ever that I don't think they should be, but there might be case law out there on this issue that I don't know about.
Yes, Judge, we'll look into that.
Okay.
We'll do a reset order and get it sent over to Ms. Proctor and Mr. Caldwell.
Thank you.
Stop recording.
The judge halts the clash, setting up a bigger legal showdown ahead. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.